I got a top bun. Super excited about the ability to put my hair in a top bun again. I chopped it off after I got married, which seems to be this strange rite of passage. I don't know, ladies, did you do the same thing when you got married? The other day I tried putting in a top bun and it worked and I got really excited, and so no, I didn't do my hair today, and we're gonna continue on because this has nothing to do with what I'm gonna talk about. Just super excited. Nutrition, keto, high fat. Is high fat right for you? I get this question all the time. Today we're going to be going through the 10 signs to watch for, sort of like signals that the body sends us that tells us whether or not a high fat eating style would be right for us. Now before I get started, a high fat eating style doesn't mean that you have to drown yourself in animal protein, and it doesn't mean overindulging and overdoing it in loads of fat. Also, it doesn't mean that you have to eat extremely low carb all the time. Now that we have all of that out of the way, here are the 10 signs that your body may be sending you that eating high fat may be totally perfectly awesome for you. Number 1, you've tried everything and it's not working. You've been vegan, you've been paleo, you've been grain-free, you've tried dairy-free, and still you don't feel awesome. Or something doesn't feel right, and that's number 2. Something just doesn't feel right. So whatever you're doing isn't working, it's not feeling right, so you owe it to yourself to try something different. Perhaps you're doing exactly what you think you should be, but you're still not seeing any results, and maybe you're getting headaches, and weight is piling on, or it's not coming off, and you're just frustrated and you're dealing with certain symptoms. Something doesn't feel right, and it needs to be changed. Number 3, you have a hard time concentrating in the afternoon. Number 4, you're struggling with hormone weight gain. This was the reason that I ended up landing on keto or high-fat eating, is because I gained over 20 pounds on hormone replacement therapy, and there was no way that I could restrict my calories for months at a time and be okay with that. I looked for another option and found keto, and I'm able to eat 2,000 plus calories in a day and not feel restricted by any means and still lose weight. Number 5, no matter how much you eat, you are never full. As a previous vegan, a raw food vegan even, I could eat the world and I was never full. The great thing about eating high fat is that it is ultra nourishing and it keeps you satiated a lot longer. Number 6, you can't get a handle on your food allergies or sensitivities. A high-fat eating style naturally is really low in allergenic foods, minus the nuts, but it's really easy to do without. It's also easy to do without eggs and all of those top allergens, but you're focusing on whole foods and glorious fats to keep you satiated, so it's a lot easier to heal. 7, you experience bloating after meals. This was me. Even if I ate vegetables, I found that I was bloating up, retaining a lot of water. And within the first 2 weeks of eating this way, I lost a lot of water weight that I was carrying around, as well as stopped reacting to the foods that I was eating. Number 8 ties in with number 3 quite closely. It's the fact that you get tired in the afternoon or tired after your meals, that perhaps even when you have breakfast, you're falling asleep on your way to work. Number 9, you've tried to quit sugar with absolutely no success. I know that when I've tried to quit sugar in the past, I replace my, candies, which I love candy, like jujube, gummy, awesome things. When I replace those with things like fruit or more carbohydrates, I'm just replacing it with other carbohydrates and other sugar-forming foods. With a keto eating style or a high-fat eating style, you replace it with fat, which satiates and doesn't spike your blood sugar, and does wonders for keeping you happy throughout the day without having to rely on carbohydrates to get your energy up. Number 10, I've seen this quite frequently, and this is really exciting. If you've struggled with candida, a high-fat eating style could be right for you. A high-fat eating style naturally kills off candida quite effortlessly, and when I switched to eating high-fat, I found that it was a lot easier to heal my gut and remove candida from my body by focusing on more of a high-fat eating style as opposed to focusing on candida. This video wouldn't be complete without saying that yeah, totally, high fat may not work for you. If I got pregnant right now, having been in and out of ketosis for as long as I have, I would be okay with maintaining a ketogenic state while being pregnant. Having said that, I'm not sure that if I were pregnant now, I would want to start a ketogenic eating style because you don't really know how your body's going to react to it. If I were already ketogenic, got pregnant, and then started breastfeeding when my baby was born, I would feel okay being in ketosis while breastfeeding. However, if I had a lot of weight to lose, I would try not to lose too much weight while breastfeeding, because when you lose weight, a lot of the toxins that are held up in the fat cells will be released and could go into the breast milk. So that's how I would approach it if I were a pregnant lady or looking to be pregnant. And if you have diabetes type 1, it's best to chat with your doctor about changing to a high-fat eating style, as well as if you have any kidney imbalances of any sort. Of course, keto and high-fat eating may not be right for you. Maybe you're totally happy with what you're eating, but maybe you're not. And maybe some of these signs have resonated with you and you want to give it a shot. And I like to give you steps that you can use to figure out things about yourself. So you can do what I call the breakfast test. Choose 2 days out of your week, maybe a couple of days apart, so you can kind of really get a feel for what's going on. And any of the recipes that I'm about to mention are linked up in the comments below. Just go below this video on YouTube and they'll be all right there. So the first one you're going to choose, on day 1, you're going to do high carb, low fat. So something like that could be my chia egg granola with bananas, berries, almond milk, and maybe a little bit of protein powder mixed in. So that's step number 1. So you eat that breakfast, go about your day, see how you feel, see if you crash, see if you don't, see how your energy is. Are you reacting? Are you bloated? Are you tired? Whatever. Wait a couple days, then do another breakfast test. But this time you're going to focus on low carb, high fat. So what could this look like for you? Perhaps try my flax focaccia bread. It's so good. With some turkey egg cups. And you can see, how do you react to it? Again, are you bloated? Headaches? Energy level? Are you short with people? What are your thoughts like? If after test number 1 you feel really great with that, keep running with it. If what you're doing is working, awesome. If you do test number 2 and you're like, wow, I'm on fire, this is awesome, I want to learn more, you could get a copy of my book, The Keto Beginning. I have linked to it up here. It comes complete with a 30-day meal plan, a lot more to do with all high-fat eating, and really rock a high-fat eating style for the first 30 days of your journey. I hope that was helpful for you. I come up with videos every week all about eating healthy and being awesome and really just being the best version of yourself. So please subscribe to my channel. I have created a link up at the top, likely right here, where you will be alerted every time I create a new video with new tips and recipes and just ways to motivate you to figure out what's best in your body. Have a great day, and I will see you next week. Bye.